I'm just going to do a brief overview here. Some standout cards here, just going by rarity here, starting with some comments here from the the Lost Caverns of Ixalan here. And some of these standout ones, I would say, Join the Dead in particular is going to be a game changer. So it's going to be able to eliminate a lot of threats. And other than Galsa, it's going to be pretty much a must-have. So, and the efficiency here for 3 mana is going to be unparalleled. So very versatile, very powerful. You're going to want this one. Next to that, Glorifier of Suffering really shines in any kind of a black and white archetype. Any type of Orzhov build is going to be. It can really turn the tide of a game, kind of like a tribal preparation. It's if any sort of Orzhov deck gains traction, it's going to be a key player. Next is the Optech Cloud Guard. This one is going to be ideal for any deck that's focusing on crafting or sacrificing permanents. It's going to be pretty strategic and a valuable asset in the right home for it. The Final Strike, it's the punch effect really kind of it's going to outshine a lot of typical fight effects. It's going to be a little bit more potent for removal. So definitely looking for that to enhance green. I'm switching over then to the uncommons. Yeah, out the gate here, eaten by piranhas. It's pretty solid. Just the ability to defrog, or it's really similar to that witness protection that we currently have. But as far as standard, it's probably not going to be removing that, but in a limited format, this is going to be really ideal. Just turn any sort of threat into a harmless skeleton. Combined with the fact that it's flash, it's going to be pretty cheap. Flash in enchantment removal, and that card type is going to matter in certain situations. Diamond pickaxe. It's there's some comparison for some other underestimated cards from previous sets here. It's the fact that it can generate repeatable treasure tokens makes it really stand out. Not just the indestructibility, but any deck that's really focused on ramp or resilience is gonna want this here. The Scythe Claw Rapture, pretty aggressive. I love the fact that it's going to punish blue for interacting on opposite turns. So, going to be pretty ideal for decks maintaining a strong offensive presence for sure. Scavenger's kind of like an Eternal Witness here. It's going to be high potential for recurring value. So any deck that's going to be able to consistently trigger that effect, it's going to want that one. And we have the Colossodactyl here. 4/5, reach, trample, 4 mana is already an excellent rate. And those basic abilities is going to make it suitable for a lot of different decks. Are going to want that one. Jump down real quick here to Bitter Triumph here. It's going to be pretty reliable, just in a lot of repeated removal opportunities from that one. So to keep bringing back, that's going to be pretty good there. Let's just look at a few key rares here. Yeah, the whole Hulking Raptor here, it really seems like this cool aggro dinosaur build is going to be pretty ideal in a lot of different situations for sure. And there's the set in particular has a lot of emphasis on ramp strategies, and so with the fact that it's a 5/3, it's just so aggressive, and that ability to accelerate the mana growth and really escalate your heavy hitters, it's going to really shape the pace of the game. So it's going to be a must-have in a lot of situations here. We got the Hammer Skull, just right along the same thing of what I just said. Just apply that to this card as well too. So, but this way, this is going to pair with other dinosaurs along that theme. And because we were talking about ramp, any kind of mana producing things here is going to make this ideal. So this Intrepid deal, Paleontologist, it's gonna help you with your ramp, but also the Ixalan. It's a little graveyard cleanup here, in addition to replaying the powerful creatures in later stages of the game here. So that's going to be early and late game, so really versatile. Really like see a high potential for that one. So my top favorite cards here are green. If that tells you anything here about what this set is probably going to be about here. Sentinel, while we're on green here, it's going to synergize with a lot of different explore mechanics. So that's going to be ideal in a lot of different deck types for sure. So jumping over, let's take a look at some mythics. I mean, some of these are just going to be just almost a build around if you get an unlimited pool, or I don't know, the Inner Sun here. Yeah, for 6 mana, none of your spells can countered, but then every instep you're discovering for 5. That's huge. That's going to be so good. Ancient One cannot attack or block unless there's 8 or more cards in your graveyard, but we've seen a few cards that can services for that, and it's already kind of an existing thing in standard here. So, and the fact that it's Demir, there's already just a mill potential for that. It's going to be ideal for any kind of descend deck too. That's going to be an 8/8 for 2, and then all you really need to do is just get 8 cards in your graveyard. It's going to be so good. So very key in the decks that bits that you're kind of building around to make that happen here. These two Ogier cards here, for sure. We're looking at this the Epoch here, which is rebounding of the every instant spell, or the fact that it's coming back tapped and transformed. This makes it, it's 4/3 flyer for 4 2/2 blue. That makes it come back. And then the white we just talk. I think that we're saying that. Just 3 times the tokens. Yeah, no words. That's my favorite type of card. And the fact that we're going to not twice but thrice here of the Annoying Procession. Sure, it costs 6, but ramp is a thing. Definitely in the standard. So, and the fact that it's coming back just makes it just so solid. Love 6 Vigilance. Splendid Angel is already his Pioneer All-Star. So I love that it's getting a reprint here. This card has been pretty. It's the only way to work with counter certain strategies in standard right now, and so that it's getting this Alakazat's Deepest Betrayal here. Another discard here, 5 for with flying and lifelink. This is going to be pretty strong. And if your opponent can't discard, then you get to draw. And if they discard a land, it's just like they're punishing every sort of play around. They discard a land, then you get to create one flyer badge creature token. So, and all 3 of these last cards I mentioned they will come back transformed after they die. So it's just so hard to deal with these mythics. So it's going to be good. I look forward to hopefully pulling some of these tomorrow in my local pre-release.